What's up everybody, Andrew here. I haven't made a video in 2 weeks or so since Ryan and I went camping up 2 hours north for the Cub Scouts, and it was a good camping trip. I got there on Friday, like right at 5 o'clock, right when I wanted to. We set up right away. It was still light out. The amount of gear that I brought with me enabled me to set up quickly, that I had everything pretty much set up before it got super dark, and that's exactly what I wanted. So in that respect, it was a great trip. The beds that I bought, the mattresses from my last video, the REI Relax Airbed, they were good. They were a little noisy, but I think that's just because they were new. So every time I turned, they would make noise, which was a little annoying. I learned something about my tent, that I need to have the fly guide out 100%, because the fly was a little loose and it hit the mesh for the tent itself, and that caused some condensation. Instead of running along the line of the fly, it would hit that mesh, and then it didn't really drip, but the tent is small, so that when I did hit it, when I was turning or whatever, I did get a little wet. It was humid the first night, and then the second night was really nice because it started kind of a light rain at 6 in the morning. So just hearing that on the tent was really soothing and really nice. But the camping trip was good. Ryan earned quite a few awards. They did first responder, cast iron cooking, movie making, and he also did, and build it. He built this really cool gumball machine at home, and kind of got under the weather. I had a cold for a week or so, and then it was Thanksgiving, and now we put up our Christmas lights. I got a new thing right behind me. Bought a 10-gallon aquarium from Petco. I've done planted tanks in the past and just need something to put my attention to for a little bit. And I got that set up. I thought, when I first moved down to Florida, I set up a saltwater tank, and I think my first video ever was setting up my Fluval Edge. And I did a quick search back then because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do saltwater or freshwater, and the only thing around were saltwater shops. And I went saltwater, and I had a clownfish for 3.5 years, and then the tank kind of got neglected, and he succumbed to the dirtiness. But nevertheless, I had a 5.5-gallon tank before we left Colorado, and in that tank I had a betta fish, 2 ottos, which are algae eaters, and 2 amano shrimp. So there were five organisms in there, and the tank, and some plants. The tank ran itself. I did not have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. It was perfect. I didn't have to add any chemicals, nothing, no cleaning, no supplements, nothing. It was perfect. So when we moved from Colorado to Florida, we had to give that tank away. So when I moved here, I got the new saltwater tank. Had that for 3 years, and I wasn't a fan overall. I like the green of the planted tank, and just you can add so many more fish into a smaller freshwater aquarium than you can a saltwater aquarium. So I've got some Sierra Stone, I got fluorite, onyx sand, or Seachem onyx sand, and Fluval substrate. So that should be nutritious enough for any plants. So I really liked the freshwater planted tank. I got a list of plants that I want to get. Probably going to buy them from independent aquarium enthusiasts from a forum, and we're going to stock it up. I have a CO2 regulator that I can add if need be. I don't think these would require a heck of a lot of CO2, but we're going to give it a go. I had a lot of this stuff already. Oh yeah, so I got the Sierra Stone, and I got some driftwood, and I got it in a spot that I like. This stone right here, I don't know if you could see it. This stone on here. So here's a little quick overview of the 10-gallon. So I'm not filling it up all the way. What I'm doing, why I only filled it up that much, is because I got 2 pieces of driftwood here. It's actually 2. There's this one in the front, and that goes up, and then this sticking up and over in the back, that's another piece going across. So what I wanted to do was soak them, and then I put this rock on top of it. That rock's coming out because that's just weighing it down so that the wood gets nice and saturated and it doesn't float. I don't want to have to weigh it down. Hopefully it'll just get in there and stay in there. There's 5 stones, Sierra Stone, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 or 5 in the back, and that one's coming out. I had most of this equipment already. A Finex Light, Aquaclear 30, the Aqueon Pro Heater, and then just the cheapo thermometer. Looking to get some plants, and then we're going to have some blood vomit in the front, Rotala in the back, Sagittarius sublata, and then maybe a cryptocorin like right here or so, kind of as a jewel, or maybe somewhere over there. So that's just a close-up. And then what I'm going to do is, once those get soaked, take the water out, plant, fill it up, let it cycle, and then add some fish. That's kind of what I've been up to. I got a couple of projects that I'm working on. It's it's interesting how your likes vary throughout the year, and I just had an idea, it popped into my head, and I'm going to market it and sell it to a specific audience. I'm going to make another video about that soon once I kind of hammer it down. I already sold one, which was cool. Now, weather-wise outside, we were able to go camping 2 weeks ago, the beginning of November, and it was 65 degrees at night, and up north it's cold. But the problem with the weather being nice right now is the sun goes down at 5 and it's dark, and then you can't really enjoy because the kids are in school. It's so backwards here in Florida. Nevertheless, just got a couple of things I'm working on. I'm gonna start making more videos now. I missed it a little bit, and yeah, so just a quick update, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya.